I was leveling my bard in high key, and I noticed our rogue was turning from a dark elf into a human and back again. I thought, this is amazing, and I asked him, I was like, how are you doing that? And he told me it's this illusion mask I have that only rogues and bards can use. And I asked him all about it, like, where'd you get it? You know, he told me, you get it in Lower Gut. After a few weeks, with some hard work and perseverance, I managed to get my own mask into sea. And from that point on, I was hooked. I'd been told there were several other masks that had clicky illusions, and I was determined I was going to get them all. After doing a bit more research, it kind of dawned on me that acquiring most of these masks would be near impossible, because I was only a kid, I was in high school, I lived in Australia, so finding time to raid, with conflicting time zones and school, it would have been impossible. So, but I really wanted the Barbarian hide mask, so I stuck at it, and I made a list. I started ticking them off the best I could. The next mask I got was the Ixar one. I knew this could be bought and sold, and at the time I was farming hill giants in Wraith Mountains to make money. I saved up like 3.5k platinum. It was the most money I'd ever had at one time, and I managed to purchase my Ixar hide mask. And I still remember the feeling I got the first time I ran around as an Ixar bard. So my acquisition of masks slowed down after this, as most of the others at the time I either didn't know about or they were pretty much out of my reach. I eventually hit max level on Dreknar, and to my surprise I found an Aussie guild. So I quickly joined them and we started raiding. They only had one bard and like a handful of rogues. So one night after dinner I jumped online, and I heard, we're going to attempt the Avatar of War in KL Drackle. And I was like, oh my god, I was ecstatic. But I had school the next day. So there was no way I was going to be able to stay up, but I wasn't going to let that stop my chances. So I pretended to go to bed, and I waited till my parents went off to sleep or whatever, and I snuck into my brother's room, and I used his computer to log in, and I got there just in time as the raid started. So a long story short, after clearing through Kale, a couple of wipes on Avatar, it was pretty much our last attempt. It was like 2 in the morning, and I'm pretty sure he was going to despawn, something like that. I can't remember specifics, but we managed to get him down. And not only did we kill him, but he dropped the Flayed Barbarian hide mask. I was excited. I could barely contain myself. Because there were no other bards on the raid that night, and I don't know if there were rogues or not, but I ended up getting it. No one bid against me, and I got it for 5 DKP. So throughout the next day at school, I was walking on like a cloud of happiness. Part of a goal I had set myself probably 2 years earlier, and I'd always thought I was never gonna achieve. It had finally come true. So since then, due to leveling cap rising, I've been able to acquire a lot more of the masks that were on my list, and now I have a nice little collection. But my Flayed Barbarian hide mask is still and always will be my favorite, and no, I will never sell it. Hey guys, if you like this video, go check out my 20-minute EverQuest retrospective review where you can nostalgia over EQ for even longer. Thanks for watching.